If you have been struggling to figure out whether your loved ones who are in spirit are visiting you, this message is for you. There are many ways that energies reveal themselves to us. And as I've said before in my experience, the energies of those who have passed are always present all around us. So it's not so much that they are stepping in to our realm, but rather our awareness is becoming more attuned to their presence in certain moments. And so there can be physical manifestations of these energies, but I think the most prominent version of a visitation is when you are going about your day and you are cleaning or working or watching TV or doing anything that is just a sort of complacent part of your life where you're just still, or it can be in other moments as well, but it's usually in those moments where we wouldn't expect a visitation to happen. And suddenly a thought of the person pops up out of nowhere. Or even more so, a memory that is connected to a feeling around the person. So, for instance, my grandmother visited me this morning, and the way she came through was that suddenly I could feel her living room. And she passed in 2004, I believe, 2005. So it's been a long time since I was in that living room. It's no longer, it doesn't belong to the house doesn't belong to the family anymore, but I could feel the energy of her living room, of her living space, and particularly the couch that she sat on. Interestingly, I have that couch now, so that could be part of it, but wasn't connected to the couch. I wasn't sitting on the couch. It was random. I think I might have been driving somewhere. And I just suddenly felt her living room. It's the best way to describe it. There was a spicy smell to her house and just this kind of spicy kind of static energy that I was suddenly present with. And I just recognized it as her. And I said hello and acknowledged her presence and said, I love you, and moved on. There wasn't a message. There was no narrative. There were no words. I didn't hear anything in that particular experience. It was just her showing her presence to me in a way that I could pick up on anytime I want. But for some reason, in that moment, randomly, my connection to her became apparent. And now, as I sit here and say to my grandmother, I'm with you and welcome communication. I see her house again. I'm reminded of some of the dishes that she and my grandfather used to cook. I'm seeing her refrigerator, which had things on it, magnets on it. I'm seeing one of her dogs that she once had. And I'm feeling the energy of my mother and my mother's sister. And my mother is not in spirit, but my aunt is in spirit. So I'm feeling all of them. And as I decide to connect with the energy of my grandmother, it happens immediately. But it's in those moments when we don't decide that they often will make this appearance. And many people will look at it like it's just a thought or a memory and it doesn't mean anything. It's just internal workings of your mind. But I posit that what is the difference? Why does it matter that it's the internal workings of the mind? It's still a visit. It's still them making themselves known so that you understand and believe that you have their support and love in the new form that they have taken. They are no longer the person that they were because they're not in the body anymore. But that energy still exists that drove them. The energy that ran their body still exists. And here it is, and it's saying hello. And it does so through the mind and the heart and the memory and the feeling, and sometimes smells and tastes and knowing and all of the clairs that are connected to mediumship. But mostly, try to choose to believe that in that moment when your loved one pops up into your mind out of nowhere, or feeling around that person pops up in your mind out of nowhere, that it's a visitation, it's a hello, and answer it. If you enjoy my messages, I leave them every day. So thank you for returning. And also, if you feel so inclined, please like and subscribe because it helps me very much. Thank you.